Hey guys, so I have some very, very special guests here. Yeah. My daughter Oliver.
No, Elliot. Yeah.
Oh, right. And Elliot. No. No? Okay. So this is Elliot. This is Oliver. And this is her best friend, Chucky.
Yes.
She has loved this doll since she was a tiny, tiny kid. And she's never parted from it since. So there you go.
And guys, Chucky is my favorite character from a movie called Chucky.
The movie's called Child's Play.
Oh, cool!
Yeah, but you wouldn't like it. It's too scary for you.
But that's my favorite.
Oh, you don't think so? You think you could watch it? Now that you've watched Creeped Out, you think you can watch anything?
There's a smiley face on this page.
Where?
Guys!
Oh yeah, there you got some of your drawings on the back here. Thank you. Those are good notes right there.
Yep.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. That's what I needed to know. Okay, so what did you guys think about the show? Was there, as a whole, did you like the whole show?
Yes!
Was it scary?
And just like guys, on one episode, humans turn into animals.
Oh my goodness, we're talking spoilers here, of course. So people turn into animals? Is that scary?
No
If
way.
you could turn into an animal, what animal would it be? Okay, and you?
Oh, bunny.
Oliver, do we have to get up out of our chairs to say what? No, you can. Is that a necessary thing?
An elephant.
An elephant? It's so big.
No, actually a dog.
A what?
A dog.
A dog?
No cat. I love cats.
Okay, we got it. You want to be many different animals. A cat. All right. So, all right.
And I have like 50 cats. I have like 50 cat shirts, guys.
So would you recommend this show to kids your age? Would you say watch this show if you...
Yes, in my videos, yes.
Well, how about in this video?
Yes, guys, you should. Even on my channel, yes, guys.
And I'm really excited right now because I just hit 4,000 subscribers.
Yeah, guys.
Which is a big deal for Daddy.
Yes.
So I'm really excited and I wanted to have a fun little video with my daughters talking about a cool new horror kids show on Netflix. That's 13 episodes and we watched all 13 together.
Yeah, guys.
And did you get scared?
No.
You never got scared? You told me one of them scared you.
No.
No, now you're being tough. What about you? Did you get scared at all?
Guys, I'll be right back.
Like a little bit?
I got scared at the last episode because that guy was being creepy.
The guy was being creepy and it was scary. Elliot, you want to hang out with... No, come sit down, honey. All right, so the first episode...
Sorry, guys, if you can see...
is about an evil cell phone. Remember that episode?
Yeah. Yep, guys, it is so She ordered the phone, and then it started turning bad because she didn't listen to their... Because the phone had a crush on her.
It did have a crush on her, and it helped her become popular, right? She was all super popular in school, but then it was threatening to make her unpopular by posting a bunch of really lame pictures of her doing things she wouldn't be proud of.
Yeah, like videos and pictures.
If I posted a whole bunch of pictures of you looking really silly online,
and
like stuff you didn't want.
Like when I was a baby and I had no clothes on.
Yeah, when you were like that, would you be mad? If you were like, Daddy, please don't post those pictures, and I posted them anyways, would you be mad at me? No? What about you?
I'm my daddy.
Oh, I can do whatever I want because I'm your daddy? I like that attitude. We'll see how long that lasts. What about you? If you said, Dad, please don't post that picture online, and I did, would you be mad?
No.
No? Okay, well, so they don't understand.
Chucky?
Yes, Chucky would be.
Yeah.
They don't seem to understand that social media could completely ruin your life these days. If someone put something super embarrassing on there, oh, that was, yeah. I wasn't a huge fan of this episode, personally. I thought it was pretty silly, but it wasn't a terrible starter for the show. I did like how at the end of the episode, her friend let the phone ruin her life so that she'd be free of it. But then she wasn't free of it, was she? She put it in the concrete, she put it in the floor, remember? Under the ground, and then it was talking to her, and she went down there, and she was still talking to the guy.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like that little spin there.
And she even tried tried to put it in the water, and
it was unbreakable.
So it breaks, and then it turns into another good phone, and it turns into another.
Yeah, because the screen pretended like it was broken, and then it popped back up and said it was unbreakable.
So it like turns and then turns and then turns and then turns. So every time she tries to break it.
Yeah, anytime she tried to break it or put it in water or send it away, this thing had cell phone coverage no matter where it was.
And she even tried to mail it back to him. But it came right back. Right back.
She was trying to send it to Australia. The outbacks of Australia is all she put on the letter, which would not send it anywhere. They would just give it right back to her.
Yeah.
But yeah, so...
You gotta put it where you want to give it to.
Yeah, exactly. You got to put an actual address. You can't just put the outbacks of Australia. That's not a location.
So you would just leave it in the middle of Australia and leave it?
Yeah, no, that wouldn't work.
Random people would come grab it.
Right? But that wouldn't be bad for her. She wants random people to get it. Yeah. So, did we like that episode? Did you like it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you liked it?
Guys, look at the paper.
Yeah, those are my notes, my chicken scratch.
Yeah,
One day you're going to be writing better than me, probably in like a year.
His handwriting's so good.
You think my handwriting's good? Well, thank you. You're,
it's ripped.
For you, I think so.
It's
ripped. One,
it's ripped, guys.
This one's all ripped up, huh? All right, so the next episode was called Slapstick. Now, this is one I really liked. And this was the doll one. The one where the girl controlled her parents like a puppet.
Yeah.
Kind of like Chucky, huh? And the marionette guy, and she went down. She was mad at her parents because they were being so lame in front of her friends, and she was like, "Why can't you just be normal?" And so she went down in this puppet at the
Yeah, because this guy wanted to say she was watching it and she needed to pay money, and then he was like, "A puppet needs to see you."
Yeah, the puppet needs to see you, exactly. And so she went down there and talked to the puppet, and then what did he say?
He said, "What if I said you can control your parents?"
That's right. What if you could control your parents? And she was like, "I would love that." And so she said the magic words, whatever those were. I can't remember what they were. I think I wrote it down here. His name was Mr. Blackteeth, and he had white, crazy hair, and he was kind of creepy, huh? Kind of scary. No, you weren't scared of him? I thought he was a pretty creepy doll.
I like his purple suit. It was so purpley.
He had a purple suit on, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, she said, she tapped her head 3 times, and she said, "That's the way to do it." And then her parents became like slaves to her. And then, but they were like robots. And they wouldn't, just press close right there. My battery's dying. Oh no. Press it again. There it is. This is like the most unprofessional video ever. And I don't care, because this is awesomeness to be here with my kids. I don't even have a mic in because I don't have one for all 3 of us. Oh well.
Yeah.
And yeah, the parents are real robot-y, and she is not liking it at all.
No, they didn't even talk.
Because remember her friend next door, she was trying to impress her, right? And she was mean, huh? She wasn't. Yeah, I didn't like her at all. She was trying to be friends with her, and it was all for nothing. Because her friend was just a jerk. I didn't like her much at all. And then she went back, and she was like, "Undo this," right? And what happened? Do you remember what happened when she had to undo it?
She had to be the puppet seller.
Yeah, she had to be she was trapped there, and she was I don't know why that was such a big deal, but she had to stay with the puppet there and promote his show, and she had to pass the curse on to another kid who was arguing with his parents and put the curse on to him. So he always had to have a little helper there, and she was stuck with him. If she wasn't, her parents were going to stay like that forever.
So we didn't know if she was selling or not.
Yeah, she was stuck there. A real downer ending, huh? Not a happy one. Not a happy ending. What'd you like about did you like this episode? A little bit? What about you?
I didn't like it. I liked it a little bit.
You were like right in the middle. What
about
you?
I liked it a little bit. I liked it. I didn't like it a little bit.
Oh, you were a fan. Okay.
And then I liked it a lot. I liked it a lot. And then I liked it
each one of these episodes is about 25 minutes, and I absolutely recommend them for kids around 5, 6, 7. They could totally handle it. 6 years old, 7 years old.
It was just my birthday.
It's very, very similar
I'm
to
6
like.
now, guys.
You're almost 6. You are.
I am 6.
Oh my goodness! I missed your birthday. How did I do that? Happy birthday! I thought it was March 4th, but what do I know? What do I know? You guys are goose.
I'm 7.
All right, so the next one, you guys love this one, and I did too. And this episode was called Kendall Sticks, and this was the babysitter. She was mean, huh? She was not a good babysitter at all. Would you want her to babysit you?
No!
No, God, no. Oh my goodness. I don't think anyone would babysit you. You're crazy.
Yes.
So the Kendall
We're 6.
So she goes
Now
to the
I have
kid's
to
house.
babysitting.
She goes to the kid's house, and he tells her, because she's scaring them, right? And her boyfriend's dressing up like this big, scary, green, covered in moss monster. And then she's being real mean to them. And then that kid tells her that Kendall Sticks is gonna get her, right?
Yeah, but it ended up like he wasn't Kendall Sticks, but he really was Kendall Sticks.
Yeah, and then this guy wants nothing to do with his girlfriend at all. She's sitting there and she's trying to love on him and she's trying to kiss on him, and he's like, ugh, what do you want? He's like playing on his phone. That was kind of weird.
And then somebody was patting on his back.
Yeah, that's right. And he turned around and said there was no one there, and he was like, stop doing that. And then they looked on the wall and it said Kendall Sticks. And then they were going around and they were seeing a demon. Remember the big red glowing eyes?
Yeah.
And then the twist at the end was awesome, because she never saw the kid she was babysitting, and then at the end she thought that was the kid she was babysitting the whole time. But then when the parents got home, there was a girl in the bed. It wasn't a boy, and that was actually Kendall Sticks. Great twist, huh? I loved that ending.
Yeah.
And this whole thing takes place on Elm Street, which was cute.
We thought that was the kid that she was babysitting. Yeah, because the kid fell asleep, so actually Kendall Sticks got out of bed.
That's right. It wasn't Kendall. It wasn't him at all. That wasn't the kid she was babysitting. The kid she was babysitting was asleep the whole time.
Yeah, she's like.
So he really was a monster. And he convinced her that he wasn't a monster, and it was just a prank to prove to her to stop doing that to kids. But then when she found out he really was Kendall Sticks. So did she learn her lesson, do you think?
She saw, because every kid on Earth didn't like her babysitting.
No kid on Earth was a fan of this girl's babysitting.
They had the red eyes, and he was walking up the stairs.
Yeah, absolutely. He was
like right
Did you
at
think
the
he was
stairs.
scary at all?
He looked scared.
All right, so the next episode then. So you guys liked that episode, though?
Yes.
Yeah, big time.
What
Big
does
time.
it say?
Great, because I really liked it. That says good, because I really liked this episode too. And this was the Bravery badge. Cool. This was the Bravery badge, and this was the one where the little campers, the little Girl Scouts. What are you doing?
Trying to be an alligator.
Trying to be an alligator. She's just sitting here being an alligator. So this episode is about the kids that are out camping.
Sorry, guys.
I think I'm gonna have to finish this review without you guys. I think so, because you can't focus.
Okay,
You can't focus. You're not. You
I'll
guys.
focus.
You don't have a future in movie and television reviewing. You're gonna focus. You're gonna focus.
Yes.
All right. So the campers. What happened to them? They were out there camping, right?
Yeah, and then they heard this weird sound. It got stuck in their ears, and they were.
Was it a plant? They thought they heard this like music. Yeah, exactly. And they put their ear down, and what happened to it? What happened?
There's something slid inside their ear, so they would go like la 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 la.
And how could you tell they were infected, Oliver?
Because that blue stuff was on their ear.
Because they had blue stuff running out of their ear, and so then they
That
acted
was
like
purple.
what? They were acting like what?
They were acting weird.
Like
la 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 la.
Yeah, they were.
La 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 la.
Yeah, but real blank faced, right? So they were acting like zombies. Zombies who were going la 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 la. Exactly. That was kind of
Like,
creepy.
La 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 la.
Scarier when you do it.
La 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 la.
All right. And then they found that.
La 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 la.
So I guess I have to finish this without you.
Okay.
I think you've been infected. Let me check your ear. Oh, no, I guess not. What defeated him?
Music!
Music, really loud music. It drove them out, right? And they came out and it flew out of their ear. And they found that old campground from 30 years ago and that whole troop that went missing.
And the first one found all of them.
But then when they came and they found them, they were still kids for some reason, even though it had been 30 years. So I guess when you're infected, you don't age and you just stay a kid forever.
Yes.
So it's kind of like a fountain of youth, but you're a zombie. So it's not really a thing you want. No, I wouldn't want to be infected.
So it was the kids that actually stayed there. There was the first kids that were there for 20 years.
You guys remember the Are You Afraid of the Dark episode with the clown and he had the blue stuff coming out of his mouth when he was giggling called the ghastly grinner?
Yeah, I remember that.
Kind of reminds me of that when it's coming out of his ear. You don't remember? Dad wears the shirt, the clown, the jester with the yellow and the blue. You watched it with me. They've watched 4 seasons of Are You Afraid of the Dark with me.
That went in there. I remember a little bit.
Yeah, remember because they do the microwaves and it's all the comic books and he's drawing and he erases. Yeah, your thing's leaking. All right, let's move on. So next episode is cat food. And cat food is the one where the kid sees that his old neighbor, the old lady, is bathing in cat food, right?
Yeah.
And why? What happened? So her mom goes over there and she finds nothing. Yeah. Nothing at all.
Yeah, so she like hides it in something secret or something.
Yeah, she hides it from him so he looks crazy. And then she comes over and she says that she's there to take his body, but he has a chance to win it back if he can beat her in a game. And he has to beat her 2 out of 3 times.
And he did it because he has his camera.
He cheated. He cheated. He won and he cheated. But then what happened? You remember? His sister got taken over by her because she learned how to cheat from him. So she learned how to cheat his sister. Oh, so his sister gets taken. A really dark ending.
I don't think that's her sister. I think that's her friend.
It's a sister. It's a sister at the table, and she turns into the old woman. When she comes in, the woman has stolen her body.
I
think I wrote down what it's called. Yeah. Oh, I've tried to. It's a really weird name. I don't think I've ever heard of.
It's called.
No, maybe that was the other episode. It's just some. Yeah, no, yeah, it was the Kyok or something. It was gonna steal her body.
I think it's called the Kyok Steal Your Body.
The Kyok Steal Your Body? Okay.
Yo, 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 yo.
Yeah, the moral of this story is to not cheat. Although if he didn't cheat, he would have got his body stolen. But if he didn't stay home because he faked sickness like Ferris Bueller, he wouldn't have seen her, which then wouldn't have drawn her over to him, but she was doing it for her to see him. So I'm not sure if he could have got out of that.
He got spice. He went spice, so he accidentally, because the spice makes him choke.
That's right. He put cayenne pepper. Yeah. He went to such lengths to be like he was sick.
Cayenne pepper is so spicy that it makes him choke.
So then the next episode, did you like that cat food episode? That was a great episode, huh?
Yeah, it was super scary.
Then the next episode is called Trolled. Remember this one? The kid turning into the troll because he's being an internet troll. This one should go out to all my listeners. Some people that are on my channel are trolls and they say really mean things to Dad. That's not nice, huh?
No.
People say mean things to me on here.
Maybe we should text them back and say, "You're so mean, I'm going to throw your channel out of you."
You're going to throw your channel out at you?
Yeah, so you delete your channel.
Yeah, guys. Oh, I'm going to delete my channel if they don't stop being mean?
No, you're going to delete their.
I'm going to delete your channel if you don't stop being mean to me. You heard it here first.
Because your dad is trying to help you on horror movies.
That's right. I'm just trying to help you guys find some cool horror movies. And why are you being mean to me?
I guess he doesn't like reviews.
They don't like reviews. I agree.
Well, guys.
Especially the
if
best
you want
kind.
to be mean to Daddy, then he'll come over to your house and break you.
Maybe.
Daddy,
maybe,
look at these muscles. Look at
How about I just send you? You're terrifying. Oh my God. So if you guys blast my channel with mean comments, I'm sending this little lady here. Show them how scary you are.
I want to pull this camera.
All right.
Oh my goodness.
All right. See what's gonna happen?
I will even bite you guys.
Yeah, she's gonna bite you. My goodness.
No, seriously, I bite really
What about you?
hard.
Are you mean? Can you be scary?
See what happens when you give someone candy?
I do see what happens when you give someone candy. Nothing good. What about you? Can you be scary?
Throwing fireballs!
Let's see you to be. So let that be a lesson. Hold her back, people. Let that be a lesson. Let that be a lesson to anyone out there who's mean to me and is a troll.
Guys, and I will even go to your house right now.
You're gonna go over to their house right now?
Yeah, guys, I will go right
Oh my God, get back here. She's coming to your house, so be prepared. There she goes. Okay. So next episode is Trolled. Okay, we were talking about Trolled. So the kid is really mean online. You came back. You beat him up.
Yeah, I'm gonna be the
Okay, let's focus on the episodes.
I went all the way to Troll Town.
You went to Bergen Town. You guys, if you haven't seen Trolls, you might not get that reference, but that's a good reference. High five for that one. Okay, honey, please stop yelling.
I burned it down.
Oh my, you burned their house down?
And guys, I went all the way to Los
Oh my God,
Angeles.
that's excessive. Okay, Los Angeles. You're very fast. So, this kid starts turning into a troll.
Yeah!
Please. Okay, so I'm finishing this by myself. Let's go. Please, calm down.
Okay, then. And guys, I just
See what happens when you guys are mean to me? It riles them up. All right.
And when you give us candy.
So, Billy Goat 356 tells him if he doesn't stop being an internet bully troll, that he's gonna do something awful to him. And this guy has to win a singing competition in order to stay in school to get a scholarship.
But he was trying to run to home to get the cure for it, but he turned into stone.
Oh yeah, he turned into stone at the end. He became a gargoyle up on top of the building of part of the school. I thought that was really cool. So
yeah,
let that be a lesson.
Yeah, guys, because I will come over to your house and I will raw you actually.
You will raw them?
Yeah, and I will actually put you in a singing school before you even raw out.
So put them in a singing school before they raw out?
Yep.
Oh, like rawr? Is that what you're raw? What's raw? A troll?
Raw. You know, like raw out, like you turn into stone.
That's getting, that's
raw out, you know, raw? This is the when picture of him. Raw?
Okay. I would just think it would be turned to stone. Let's sit down. Oh my goodness. Okay. So yeah, I thought that was pretty cool, but this kid, he would rather stay a troll than admit what he did. All he had to do was admit to everyone that he was the troll named No Face. But he wouldn't do it. And so he ended up turning to stone, dying. The kid died. Turned to stone. Crazy, huh? So yeah, and the caretaker was the Billy Goat. His name was Bill Goat. All right, so next episode is called Shed No Fear. Remember Shed No Fear? You've been rawed. Is that what happened? She's been rawed.
No.
All right, so the next episode we're going to be talking about is Shed No Fear. Now this is the one where the kids, they fall through the sky into the pool over and over again.
Yeah.
And it's in the shed, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So they walk into the shed and there's like this sparrow like flying around in the shed and they're trying to clean it up. So they make an idea and the idea doesn't work.
Yeah, because it's supposed to be that it's a big mess out in the shed, right? And they're having to clean it, and then they find this monster. And
there's like a spirit, and they don't want one of theirs grandma to come in when the spirit's in there.
Yep, absolutely.
And they figured out a way to get rid of this.
Right, with light, right?
Yeah.
Real bright light. And then at the end, is there another one down in the basement?
Yeah.
Yeah. And remember, the kid was kind of dorky and the other kid was popular. And the popular kid didn't want to talk to the dorky kid anymore because he was too popular for him. But they became friends again.
Yeah.
Oh, so that was pretty cool, huh?
The one that writes. The one that has the bag, right? It was that one that was the dorky one?
Yeah, the kid who's helping him. All right, so pardon the interruption. We got interrupted again.
Yeah, by her mom. Our car is in now.
Yeah, we're in the
garage.
garage.
Now my beach ball.
So this one's called The Call.
Yeah. And yes, guys, I left my dolphin at the beach.
Oh, no. So she has a birthday party that's 4 days away, and she's hearing the whispering. Remember, this is the girl who becomes a siren. She's like a mermaid. And she can breathe underwater.
I didn't sit up.
You didn't see this episode?
No,
remember she's sleeping in the waterbed at the end? You saw that.
Yeah, I didn't see it because I was eating tacos and trying to get water.
Wow, those must have been some good tacos.
And she was, they were home-cooked tacos.
Yeah, I wasn't really big into this episode. I was not a fan.
I saw half of it. I liked it.
Yeah, it's just, she just kind of becomes, she doesn't know what she's doing. She doesn't understand why she's hearing these voices and everything. She becomes popular because she becomes a really fast swimmer, joins the swim team.
Yeah, and I can remember like she going like side to side because she keeps hearing these noises.
I'm not sure how she can breathe in salt water and in fresh water. That's a neat trick. And also, the other sirens, the other mermaids, sort of, they're mad at humans because we're polluting their ocean. I can understand that because polluting the environment is terrible, right?
Yeah.
But the thing that was silly was that she had that sonic blast. Remember, it was like the waves of noise coming out of her mouth, and then she would like grab it and be able to use it with her hand. That was really silly. That was really silly. What do you think of that? Do you think that was kind of cool? She could yell and she'd have sound waves?
I didn't see that. She was playing with her friends.
Oh, wow. Well, that was a cool one.
I wish I saw that.
I didn't care for that. You can watch that. We'll watch it. But she didn't. What did you think? Did you like it?
What does it say?
Decent. That was a decent episode. Then the next one is called A Boy Called Red. And this one is about this kid whose parents are splitting up. This is the one where the kid keeps going back in time.
Yeah.
And he goes back in time because his dad's not really the nicest guy. And when he goes back in time to meet his dad, he becomes best friends with his dad.
He goes in a tiny shed and there's like this
he goes in the basement.
He goes in a basement and there's like this little time portal where he touches it and then he falls into the time portal and then he goes back in time.
He keeps going back and forth. And he keeps trying to, relate to his dad by things he learned about him when he was a kid. It's actually a really sad episode because he has to go back in time and he becomes best friends with his dad. But then when he fixes it, because what his dad's upset about somehow is still upset about this 30 years later, but his best friend disappeared down well. But this kid fixes that, and now his dad's like dad of the year, and his mom and his dad and everything are back together. So
yeah, because there's like little kids, and there's like something that goes out of the window, so he has to go outside, and he sees like this little well, and he goes down, and he never comes back.
Right, but he doesn't do it this time.
Yeah,
he breaks that cycle.
Yeah, because he's like, don't go out there, don't go out there, don't go out there.
That's right. Did you like the episode?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the next episode I really didn't like at all, and that was called Spaceman. Remember the guy? He found him and he looked like an alien, and then he took off his mask and he shrank down. He was like a kid and he was wearing a face mask, and they were walking him around. I don't think you watched this one either. I think you definitely did.
Elliot did.
Okay. And then
I remember the guy he was a robot.
Yeah, he looked like a robot. He had a spaceship, and then the kid put the spaceship back in orbit.
I did definitely not see it.
Because there was a tracker on the ship. Oh, it was really silly. The suit, everything looked terrible, and the kid saved the world at the end. And then he was like, well, you can hang out with us, you look like us. And then he took off his mask and he had no mouth. Remember, his face was completely without a mouth?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was weird, huh? And then the next episode was Elliot's favorite episode, and that was The Traveler. Tell us what The Traveler is.
The Traveler is where there's like this box and you open it and there's like buttons, so you press it and everybody freezes. Whoever presses it doesn't freeze.
That's right.
So then they can do like move the people, but the owner like left it, so he gets mad because this girl did something bad.
She did do something bad. What color is the guy's skin who's looking after her?
Blue!
Blue! Was he kind of creepy, Oliver?
Yeah.
He was, because he had really creepy eyes, huh?
Guys,
and
just
blue
so you
skin.
know, I lost a tooth.
You did lose a tooth, but it's coming back.
That's on her channel.
Yeah, we talked about it on your channel.
Yes.
So,
And my channel.
yeah, you press the button, it freezes time.
Yep.
And
then they can like move these. They can move them so they can do like silly things.
I know, they use it for bad things.
What the girl did, and this guy turns people old.
Very old. He can change. He can take your time away from you. But then what does he do to her? He's gonna turn her old. But then she talks him into not doing it. But he gives her a reminder. And what does he do to remind her?
He turns his hand old.
She turns her hand really old. So she has a really old, decrepit hand at the end. And she has to live with it for the rest of her life as a reminder not to mess around again.
And then Daddy's hand is already old.
Yeah. So I like that one. Good message. That, you know, she's, what the message of it is.
And we know now.
The message of it is that she's stealing her mother's time. She's stealing her mother's happiness. Because her mom constantly keeps having to deal with what a terrible kid she is. And she doesn't realize until she throws time that her mom's crying and having to replace things that she's broken, and she's trying to deal with things, and she's really sad, and she learns her lesson.
And she's even older than us, and she's doing bad things.
I know, there's kids that do bad things that are much older. There's adults, Daddy's age, that do terrible things. Can you believe that? What's wrong with them?
And there's even, well, Chucky's age. There's definitely kids like this.
Yes, Chucky's age. I don't know how old Chucky is. But
he's probably like 4.
He's probably like 4, so even younger than you. All right, and so the last episode was Oliver's. It's a 2-part episode, so it's actually the last 2 episodes, but that was your favorite episode. And tell me what the episode was about.
Chucky.
What was your episode about? It was called Sideshow.
Yeah, and it was about... And there's like this... And it was about... It was about...
Remember, it was the guys at the carnival and the kid.
And they're carnival workers. It was carnival workers, and they were actually animals.
That is the reveal at the end, yes. That is the big twist, that the kid is trying to get home. He can't leave the barrier. The guy's got an eyeball that he can put a barrier up, and he has a whole bunch of magical eyeballs that can do all sorts of crazy things. Yeah. And this kid remembers a life before this, but he can't prove it. And then he runs to that house. He gets the guy to take him to the house, and the family doesn't recognize the kid at all. They're like, you're not our kid. We've never had a kid.
Yeah.
And then he's like, he feels like he's right. He knows he's right. And then he finds out that the thing that was controlling him was the eyeball. And so then he breaks the eyeball, and he breaks all the eyeballs. And what happens? All of the people at the carnival turn back into what?
All of the people do. Like elephants.
There were elephants, birds, all sorts of things. But what was he?
He was a dog.
He was a family dog, right?
Yeah. So
that's why they didn't recognize him.
Yeah, so that he ends up that he was at the house, but he was just an animal.
Yeah, he was the missing family dog.
And he didn't remember that he was a dog.
That was a really cool episode, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked it a lot. Because he was a psychic kid, and the reason he was psychic was because he had a really good sense of smell. He could tell everything on a person because of their smell. And that was because he had a dog nose. And I bet if a dog could talk, he could tell you all sorts of crazy things you would think were psychic.
Sophie, like our dog Sophie.
Just like our dog Sophie. So that's it, guys. 13 episodes. It was a fun time. We had a good time watching the show. Elliot needs to watch that one episode, but outside of that, so you guys recommend it?
And the space episode.
But it's dinner time, so we gotta go. But say bye, guys. Before.
Bye, guys.
It was really fun.
You say bye.
I'm gonna say bye. It was really fun doing a review with you guys. I'm really happy, and I hope we can do another one in the future. I hope people will tell us whether or not they want you to be back on. Are you afraid of the dark? Yes, I'm reviewing those seasons.
Season 2.
We haven't done season 5, 6, or 7 yet, so maybe you'll do some of those reviews with me?
Yeah. Yeah, we will. Do you still have reviews that we did on these old ones?
I do still have the reviews, so we'll do some of the new ones. But other than that, guys, we're going to go eat, so thanks for joining us, and it's been a fun time. So say bye, guys.
Bye!